Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Dabi from My Hero Academia. Let's get started in the center of our page with the eye. So we're going to start with the upper eyelid. On the left side and curve in and then down. Now let's leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the inside of the eyelid. We're going to curve up and then out. Now we're going to tuck the eyes in underneath the eyelid. So it's a half circle. Starting from the outside, I want to step in to create a little overlap. Curve down towards the bottom of the eye and up towards the inside of the eyelid. Let's do the same thing on the right side. In the center of each eye, I'm going to draw a small circle for the iris. Starting from the left, we'll curve around and back up. I'm going to line this up on the right side and do the same thing. And then in the center of the iris, we're going to draw a small black dot for the pupil. Now let's draw the stitches around the bottom of the eye. Starting from the left side, we're going to curve down, lower in the middle, and then we'll pull that back up towards the inside of the eyelid. Let's add some stitches along the bottom of the eye. Starting on the left side, right in the middle, draw a short line going across. Now on the left side, we're going to draw 2 more stitches. One going out, we'll step up. Now we're going to do the same thing on the inside, drawing 2 stitch lines. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Starting with the center, go to the left, and then add 2 more on the right side. Now we're going to move out and draw the lower part of the head. From the left eye, we're going to step out, draw a curve, going down towards the middle. I'm just going to pull that back up on the right side. Now we're drawing the top edge of the stitches. Starting back on the left side, we're going to curve down just underneath the eye, across the center, and pull that up towards the right. Now we're going to add 2 staples along the bottom. Starting at the top, we're going to draw 2 short lines going across, one above the other. We'll close off the ends with a straight line. Now we step down and do that again. Starting with those 2 lines going across, and then closing off the ends. Let's add some stitches over on the left side. So directly underneath the left eye, draw a short line coming down, add a couple more on the side. Do 1 more at the top. Now let's go over to the right side and do the same thing. Now let's draw on the front edge of the hair. From the left side, we're going to step down and out. We're going to curve over that point, up and in. Let's do the same thing on the right. We're going to line this up, curve out, over the side of the face, and then down. Now let's add the hair bangs in the center. Starting from the top on the left, we're going to curve out and down towards the left eye. We're going to taper this back up and then in. Let's do another one. Curving down towards the eye, and then we'll taper that back up. Now we're going to come down in the center. Down and in. I'm going to pull this back up again. Come down, aiming towards the right eye. Now I'm just going to pull this up towards the right side, towards the top. Above each eye, we're going to add the eyebrows. So starting on the left side of the hair, we're going to curve in and then down, in behind that hair bang. We're going to continue in between and then down on the inside. Let's line this up on the right, curve up and out, in behind the hair, and out towards the side of the hair. Now we're going to draw on the outside of the hair. Starting from the left side, we're going to start with a straight line going up the side. Now we're going to add a hair spike. We're going to come down and out in an angle on both sides. Now we're going to pull this up and in. From here, we're going to start to curl the hair. Starting on the left, we're going to go out and curve this up. Now we're going to taper this back in and up. In and up towards the side of the head. Do the same thing on the right. Going out and up. And then we'll taper that back up and then in. Now the next set is going to be pointing upwards. Starting on the left, we're gonna go out and then up. And we'll pull this across and in. Come down and in. Let's go back to the left side. From here, we go straight up and then curve that in. Now we taper this in towards the top of the head. Come down and in. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. Bring up, and out, and taper that back in. Now we're gonna add 2 more spikes along the top. Starting from here, we're gonna curve up and then in. And we're gonna work our way all the way across towards the right side. Come down and across. Now we're gonna curve in the opposite direction. Curve up and out towards the right. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a curve, going out and then down. Now we're going to move back down and draw on the ears. From this point in the hair, we're going to step up, curve down and in behind the head. Let's add a couple more spikes on the bottom of the head. Starting on the earlobe on the left, we're going to angle down and out. We'll angle back up and in behind the head. Let's do the same thing on the right. Angling down and out. Pull that back in. We're gonna add 1 smaller one at the bottom. Angle down and out. Pull that back in. Do the same thing on the right side. Okay, so we completed the head. Let's work our way down the body. We're gonna start with the sides of the body first. So over on the left side, we're gonna step down, curve out, and down towards the hip. Go over to the right side. And then do the same thing. Now from the outside, we're going to angle down and in with a short line towards the inside of the jacket. And then from here, we're going to pull these up underneath the head with a straight line going all the way up to the top. Directly underneath the head, we're going to step down. On the left side, we're going to curve down and then back up. Let's add some stitch lines along this curve. On the left, we're going to angle down and out. Go to the right and go in the opposite direction. And then in the center, we're going to step down. We're going to start with a point. From this point, we're going to curve out and up towards the side of the jacket. And do the same thing on the right side. Now let's go to the bottom and add in the belt. From the bottom corner of the jacket, we're going to step up, curve down, and back up. We'll step up and draw that same curve for the top of the belt. Now let's add the buckle. Leaving a gap in the center, go to the left, draw a straight line coming down. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now we want to trace this square out on the inside. Let's continue working down with the legs. In the center, we're going to step down, draw a curve from left to right, going up and then down. Now leaving a gap in the center, go to the left side, we'll curve out and down towards the left heel, move over towards the right, curve out and down towards the right heel. Now we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. From the heel, we'll curve down and up towards the toe. Now we're going to round out the top of the foot. Starting from the left toe, we're going to curve up. I'm going to curve this down, aiming towards the heel. We're going to stop right about there. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction. We're going to blend up towards the inside of the leg. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start by curving the top of the foot, aiming towards the heel, and then we'll blend into a curve going in the opposite direction. Now we're going to thicken up the sole. Taking this curve, we're going to step up and just trace that along the top. Now we're going to move back to the hips and draw the side of the leg. Starting from the corner of the jacket, we're going to step in, curve out, round out the leg, and then pull that in towards the top of the foot. And then from the top of the foot, we're going to step up, starting from the side of the leg, we'll curve down and then up. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. Starting about halfway down the side of the body, we'll curve out and down towards the wrist. Line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now back on the left side, we're going to start with the thumb. Starting from the wrist, we're going to draw a small half circle, curving in and back out. Now I'm going to connect the bottom of the thumb to the wrist with a curve, going up and then back in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with a half circle, and from the bottom we're going to curve up and then in towards the wrist. Now we're going to add 3 fingers along the bottom. Starting at the bottom of the thumb, curve down and then up. Add 2 more fingers, step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now from the side here, we're going to curve out the 3rd finger, round out the arm, and then pull that up and in behind the head. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting underneath the thumb, we'll curve down and up. Add in the 2nd finger, and then the 3rd finger is going to go all the way around, up, and then in behind the head. Now from the wrist, we're going to draw the cuff of the sleeve. We're going to curve up and then out. Do the same thing on the right side. Now from the bottom of the thumb, we're going to draw a curve going over the knuckles, going up and then out on both sides. Now the last thing we're going to do is add 3 stitches along this curve. Starting from the outside, draw a short line coming in, go to the center, and then on the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting with the index finger, 2nd finger, and then the outside. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Dabi from My Hero Academia. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.